Hello, this is Midwestern Geek in Cali. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dan Stafford. And today I'm going to take you to one of my favorite places here in Temecula. And it's a lovely day for it. It's a rare thing in a little town that's beautiful that I love to call summer's winter home. It's a gray, rainy, drizzly day. And this place is absolutely perfect for this. So where we're going today is Granny's Attic Antique Mall. And this little place, little's probably not the right word for it, is probably, or at least I've heard, the largest antique mall in the state of California, something like 30,000 square feet. So we're gonna head in here. I'm gonna take a nice long stroll, and we're going to maybe look at fall decor. Coming here, I've gotten all kinds of things over the last 10 years. Toolboxes, tool chests, an antique 1980s Seiko auto winder watch, an antique cast iron English coffee mill that I used to grind. I get stuff here to use. And they have lots of little different booths and stuff, and I have some of my favorites here. We'll give there a little sign, a quick look-see in case anybody wants to take a look, and there you go. There's the address at the bottom of the sign in case anybody wants to visit. But I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorite places in town. Up pretty well here. Definitely lots of Halloween and autumn going on. And you see the floor, they use the railroad tracks to designate the walk-through pass. This place has so much stuff, so much. Thrifters ought to really love this place. I've always liked globes, and that one looks really cool. Wish I had a place to fit it. Just noticed that Egyptian vase there on the table too. Interesting. You really have to look and look in multiple directions. Turn around and look both ways, because you'll see different things every time you come through here. I've seen stuff for the first time that's been there on multiple visits, just on this visit. It amazes me that the booth owners actually do such a good job of, adjusting things and keeping up with the seasons and seasonal decoratives and items to sell. I like the pumpkins with the vines on the top. I think if I remember right, this might be the booth where I found something really cool. And again, maybe not. Just FYI, I'm doing this in a voiceover as they had overhead music playing, and I can't upload anything with background music to YouTube. So I'm having to go in at post editing and do a voiceover on this. There it is. That is what I noticed right there. That little pumpkin pepper shaker. Now that's that kind of old world, old school European style autumn design that I really, really, really like this time of year. And you're going to want to pay attention to booth numbers here. I think I might have pointed that out in the video. Let's see. I did not. They're usually at the top of the divider walls between spaces. There's just so much stuff. That is quite autumn, definitely. A little Star Wars in the fall too, huh? Kitsch, that's right. There's some of that there too. You'll find a little bit of everything. Also have to watch out wearing a hat in here because I'm 6'6" and 318 pounds or so right now, and wearing a hat. So you have to watch out for low flying lamps and whatnot because I really didn't want to buy any, and the gargoyle didn't want me to either. It's not a lamp day. I wish I could have spotted the salt shaker to go with that pepper shaker. Fortunately, it was not a matched pair. Ah, interesting little thing in the background there. Look like Russian nesting dolls almost. Love the autumn color there. Almost got that painting for the garage. Just because I like the color so much. Odds are, if I go back, it won't be there. Things come and go here a lot. You might see something one day, come back in a week, and it's gone. You just never know. That's such a cool tool chest. Don't know if there was a key for it. Ah, the artist in me kind of loves this display right here. Art supplies. I had been looking at this lamp a couple of times. I have a spot where I thought about hanging it, but I just don't think it's going to shed enough light in the space. And yeah, price is maybe doable. and to think 100 times about it. All these little rows. We haven't even gotten through the first third of this place. Oh, I'd like that for somebody, but it was a small. Unfortunately, would not fit them. Dang it. That's so cool. Love that old European style. The little pumpkin people and gourd people that they used to do. So cool. Like that retro Halloween kind of style. Ah, it's not the Great Pumpkin, but it's definitely Charlie Brown. Well, Snoopy anyway. Peanuts. Peanut Halloween. I couldn't believe that bike. It's all covered in seashells. All that stuff's gonna fall off when you hit bumps. You're leaving a trail of seashells. That looks retro. And then there's the Disney. Ah, life-size Yoda. No joke. Help, they drape me in like necklaces. Is your head spinning yet? Mine definitely is. Ah, that's class retro right there. Like it's a bad thing. And I have that exact pumping lamp at home, or turtle lamp. I have that turtle lamp already at home, but I have a regular white bulb in it and the shell is amber. So they used a red bulb or an orange bulb in there to turn it orange for Halloween. Interesting. That means I could do that trick. That's almost like a pyramid shaped pumpkin, isn't it? I was thinking about looking for a pyramid pumpkin. Didn't take them home though. Ah, I love that stationery. I'm a sucker for stationery because I love to write. Yeah, it's too much yarn for my blood. That's cool. The cherub's kind of interesting too. Now to get back out of here safely. Hat and all. Yep, told you watch out for that hat. Bongo. Oh, no, well, they're not really bongos. Those drums are cool. It's Vegas time. You just never know. Never know what you're going to spot in here. It's the eyes. Oddball orbs with the eyes. They're ganging up on me. Ah, so cool, retro. I like the haunted house there. Like that candy corn. I love candy corn at Halloween. I have to place limits on myself though. I know people either love it or hate it when it comes to candy corn. I was like, I remember when I was a kid, somebody had an oven at their house and they had lightly warmed candy corn for Halloween when I was a little kid. It was the 60s, so they didn't have quite the freak out we do nowadays about unwrapped stuff. The urban legends hadn't started yet. Pumpkin a little this, pumpkin a little that, pumpkin a little everything. Ooh, that almost looks like the Addams Family mansion there. I wonder when I see pictures of, old black and white pictures and stuff of people in here, if they're real people, and if anybody remembers them anymore. Halloween Disney, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. All through time. The House of the Mouse. Looks like Salvador Dali grew a pumpkin. And somebody moved out of a booth. I guess they do that every now and then. Greeting cards. Specifically Thanksgiving greeting cards, which I don't know how often you see or how many of those there are. Which was cool. I remember seeing baskets like that when I was a kid, like full of apples and sometimes tomatoes in the fall. I could almost call this episode The Many Faces of Halloween. I'm really hoping this voiceover edit works. Medusa Pumpkin. That's cool too. Disney's trying to sneak in again. Mickey's everywhere. You think Santa Claus is peeking out at every corner? There's a mouse not far behind him. It's not time for Santa yet, though. Like the RC plane. Depression glass. My mom used to have huge collections of depression glass and carnival glass. We used to get all this antique wood furniture when I was a teenager, and the two of us would work together on refinishing. We furnished a huge old farmhouse full of antique wood furniture that we had refinished. It's pretty awesome. I like that Native American style, the pottery. I definitely liked it. Not enough to take it home, but because space, limited space. It's always about space, inner and outer space. Do I have space for it? I like the color on those plates there on the floor. Oh no, it's a serving tray. Oh, that's cool. A lot of overhead light washout in this, and case lighting and stuff kind of glaring out the camera. Interesting. I'll have to remember that going forward. Cool lamp. Remember when black cats were a thing for Halloween? love this place. You can get your exercise and never run out of things to look at. Always a ton of stuff to look at. See how that 78 was up there? That's the booth number on that. So if you wanted something in there and you wanted to come back and get it, you would need to know that booth number and then how to find it. Almost like a cornucopia, not quite. Cornucopia used to be really common around Thanksgiving, Halloween time. Then there's the whole Mandela effect with the Fruit of the Loom underwear that I could swear had a cornucopia with it. Maybe it was in one of their ads at one time or something. Yours truly in the background. Mirrors, mirrors on the wall, showing he who is tall. Like that wood. Carving on it was amazing. Black cat. Almost looks like Japanese lanterns, huh? And my mom would have loved the candles and the wood hutch like that. That looks like something mom would have done. Totally does. That looks pretty cool too. Like the wreath. Too bulky for our door. Lots of color. Lots of color everywhere. That carved Indian was pretty neat. And the raven. I like them both. Almost should have brought those two home. Almost. But wherever more would I put them? That's always the trick. I've got to make things go. Wow, you could have a real sword fight in this place. Let's not, though. The creaking of the stool. It's just a ghost in the background. There's a ghost hanging out with me here while I'm recording this. So if you hear things going squeak and bump, that's it. It's just a ghost. Retro is right. Love all the old cameras. Orange dinosaur. Little Egyptian. There's some Elvis going on there. I think there's some Elvis going on. I think the king is coming back to haunt us. A hunka burning pumpkin. Retro radio. Ah, I was right. There's Golda May Elvis everywhere. The king was all over this booth. And a little Tweety bird told me so. Hmm. Nevermore, forevermore. I'm afraid to step in. It's just too tight. Too tight. Remember, you got to look at it from two directions at least to see three-quarters of everything, if you're lucky. Halloween chipmunks and gourds. The Diz still following us around. Yeah, the king's still around too. Carnival glass look like the Tin Woodsman, my favorite character in the Wizard of Oz. There's a little rock and roll Halloween going on here. Huh? A very rock and roll Halloween. Even Maryland's getting in on the act. All right, getting ready to head over to the second third. We've just gone through 1/3 of the place. Wonder who that is. A Halloween ghost now, probably. I wonder if they'd like to be remembered, at least their faces. Thought about grabbing the mugs. I did. I thought about it, but we have so many coffee mugs in the house. I think those chairs. I didn't catch those the first time when I was there. I love that Hawaiian shirt. It's too small. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That is just super cool. That's the kind of Halloween I love. If only it had been a 2XL or 3XL. Ah, I like those chairs. Mm.
Halloween at the bar. Ooh. Oh, I have one of those little jukeboxes just like that. I actually have one exactly like that in my library. That little jukebox radio. It's a little AM FM radio. I have one and it works. Should have had ABBA singing Dancing Queen, but Disney wouldn't let me. Like the Fox. A little too floral. I like it. I kind of got a little nervous going in this booth, but I had to show that witch. It was so cool. That and some of the glassware back here. Super nice carnival glass set. Now can I get back out? Yeah, the pumpkin's hanging on the edge. I'd say Tim Burton's definitely had an influence on Halloween lately. Old school Fiesta wear almost looks like. It's not, but very similar. Missed that coffee grind. Oh, this is one of my favorite booths. This is super cool. All the woodworking tools, the antique wood planes. I thought those nails were stamps at first, like metal stamps. They're not. There's all kinds of wrenches and stuff, but it's the wood planes on the hand drills. Oh my goodness. Wood planes. I gotta get me one or two of those to add to my collection of tools. They have so many. I should get a few. Wonder how much they run. I didn't even step back in that booth because it was just trouble for me. I'm a tool loving geek, and there's two booths like this, two in here. Some of these booths are pretty long too. They're deep. They go back a ways. Another globe. R2D2, soft-sided lunchbox R2D2 or something like that. The Diz, they're back. Is that an accordion up there to the right? Did not notice it on the first run through. That I noticed though. That is super cool. That candy dish. Old school nut or candy dish. Should have got that. Mm. Like I said, you always got to turn around and look because you never know where other stuff might be hiding. Must have been a candlestick. That wood carving. And then, yeah, see, look at the carving on that stuff. You just don't see that kind of carving work anymore. And then that thing, that is awesome. That green marble. We have a green marble backboard around that color in our master bath. Look at that. Look at that detail. All right, time to go back the other way. I wonder if that was the booth where I saw the tiki stuff. I don't think we're ready to go this way yet. But there's the third back there. There's a little bit more to the first third. Yeah, yeah. I'm also an airplane nut. See what I mean? They're kind of deep. Ah, there we go, Linus. I'm with you, man. Where's that great pumpkin? I like the radio. Back then, radios used to glow because of the tubes. But they used to have that warm, soft glow when they were working. This guy's booth too is pretty cool, and all the pocket knives. He has so many pocket knives. And this fellow was looking at pocket knives here, and I was telling the shop owner I bought my pocket knife here from him. Yeah, I have a really cool retro lockback pocket knife, 3-inch with a multicolored wood handle. There it is. That one's mine. I got it here. And this is my other favorite booth, Tool Time Tim. You would be drooling, man. Oh, the tools in here. Wood planes, hammers, chisels, wrenches, copper fitting tools, antique hand drills, torches. Look like some no, shoe stand for working on shoes there. The antique hand saws. I need to go get me one or two of those saws. I've got one here at home. It's a small one, but I could use a bigger one like that to add to my toolkit. The planes, the planes. And then, of course, those are what you used before tape measures came along. It'd fold out and you measure stuff with those. Tape measures are better. Those are cool. Don't get me wrong. I used to play with my grandfather's when I was a kid. I accidentally broke one too. Felt bad about it. This to me is just about all the autumn color. I'm not ready for you, sir. And then they had the little pumpkin candles. I thought about getting a box. I did, but I did not. One last look at the tools and the antique hand drills. I heard a use case for those actually. Drilling antique pine lumber. If you try to drill some of that really dense old growth pine with a high speed drill, it actually causes the resins to polymerize and makes it really hard to drill through. Whereas those antique hand drills are kind of slow moving, so they don't heat things up like the high speed drills do. And you can actually drill through that old lumber easier with one of those hand drills than you can with a electric power drill. Uh, my wife used to have a window similar to that that she hung up for decoration long, long time ago in a city far, far away. And that's the first time I saw that wagon. I've been past here multiple times and I never saw that wagon before. That's definitely pre-radio flyer right there, boys and girls. I'm not stepping back there. I'm not. Not with my hat on. No. All right, and those stairs go up to the furniture, which I did not even try to go up there. My knees were kind of stiff from doing martial arts that day. And here we go, round to the last third. Was I kidding or not kidding? That small is the wrong word for this place. Love the color in that. Salt and pepper. Very cool looking. But did not go home. Disney. The witch is in. Spiders too. Trick or treat. Now that's a skeleton of a different kind, isn't it? Lots of wood. Lots of cool, cool wood. Very warm and very detailed. Dresser back there. As a teenager in high school, my whole room was furnished with antique wooden furniture. I think this is it. I think this is the one. There's something in here. I can smell it. I can sense it. There's pumpkins everywhere too, but I know there's something in here that's going to be cool and interesting. And tiki. They have all kinds of tiki stuff. I particularly like that mug. I have some tiki mugs of my own, but wow, they have some seriously cool ones. Look at that guy on the right. Lots of color and detail. They have some serious, serious. If you're tiki loving, this is a tiki booth for you. hmm One more tiki look. I'm gonna tiki one more look. Just can't help it. Pineapple vodka or rum. Look at that guy down there. Look at him. Mm, who's that? A little theater. Somebody into theater here. Love the case with the guitar. Little elephant for Halloween. Ah, makes me think of Johnny Quest, actually. And yeah, I'm dating myself there, am I not? Don't care, don't care. 'Cause I was lucky enough to be there. Table's pretty cool. My grandparents had a similar table, but it was just wood. It was not that kind of like painted like artwork like this one is. So whoever did that on that table did a great job. Slide past that tiki. Keep your wallet in your pocket, man. For you aviation people, just a little bit. Um, it seems like it'd be circa World War II. And then there is vinyl to be had. Just saying. Classic vinyl. And then we have the Hall of VW. If you like Beetle buses, I'm sorry, what do they call them? Transporters. Yeah, you can get a little. Too far. Little Halloween Star Wars back there. And I'm back there. Yours truly. Hanging out with the cam. And no, the lips ain't going to sync because I'm having the voiceover. Thank you to the overhead music, which made this a lot more work for me and maybe more fun for you. I don't know. Lids everywhere. Lids up top. Hmm. Down by the ocean. There's a little bit more woodwork in here. Like I said, you gotta look every direction. I'm trying to avoid the Xmas. That table, that dining room table, that sucker is something. Mm-mm-mm. I like that too. Came from a theater. Too big for our place, though. Ah, I'm there again. I didn't even notice. Linda, I mean Wonder Woman. My boys, happy Vulcan fingers to you from the Agent of 42 and the King. Pop culture. Nice leather. And that guy, at least 15, if not 20 feet tall. That Phantom of the Opera. That had to have come from a theater somewhere. Had to. It's huge. It's like one and a half of me, and I'm 6'6". Maybe two of me. That was cool too. Very bright. Like the first one better though, in the other booth earlier. Lots and lots of percolators and juice pitchers. I've never seen that many plastic juice pitchers in one place in my entire life, and we used to drink juice out of those when I was a kid, orange juice. And classic perky there. If I wanted a bigger percolator, I would definitely have to go here to get one. Coffee mugs. I think we'll be known as the coffee mug culture. There's so many of them. We probably made about 100 coffee mugs for every person in the country. Well, maybe made a quarter of them and imported three quarters. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? It ain't Christmas yet. And careful what you wish for. Just saying. That's cool. If you have to organize a lot of small parts, that's one way to do it. Now, I'm trying to make it out here to show you something. Yeah, music at the table. I think that was my first Hot Wheel, literally. Win a lot of ribbons there. My grandmother actually operated something very similar to that. Slightly more modern, but I've got a picture of it. And I guess I'm not the only one in the family that went into telecommunications. Just saying. Now, to get past this guy, almost looks like an old school bus stop with all that there. They were having quite a conversation. That looks like an Elvis type collection, like what he would have collected, not what we would have collected. He was into all that stuff. All right, can I get past? I made it. Yep, I'm being directed to the hog. The hog. That is some classic Harley action there, my friends. Definitely. And it's the wind down. Second checkout. Yeah, the first checkout was way over on the other end where I came in. So they have two checkouts. But they never know what they're going to be checking out because there's so much for people to check out. Happy Vulcan fingers to you from the Agent of 42, and may there never be a rogue wave in your coffee mug, even though I didn't have mine with me at the time, so it's invisible right now. And thank you for watching.